Okay, we're back. And without any further delay, let's take on the slime pits. The only thing we really need to be worried about in here, I mean, there's a lot to be worried about in here, but the only thing that we really need to be aware of that can kill us really quickly or can lead to a situation that's hard to deal with more than anything else, probably with our current setup, our golden eyes, because our MR is a bit low. But it could be worse. Let's do our best to keep these green slimes in between us and the acid blob. And what that means is he can't shoot at us. So you notice we walked all that way, but because we were being a bit careful while we did it, he only got like one shot at us. And here's a fun little bonus. Because we're worshipping Gozag, even though we normally don't get corpses in here, doesn't matter. Every time you kill something, you're going to get the gold anyway. Even if it's something that doesn't normally give you any kind of reward. That doesn't necessarily mean I should be exploring this place so much. There's still no treasure. But at the same time, if I can do it without a problem, The only fear is that I run into a shining eye and then I have to deal with... getting mutated. Like this. Can't really try to hex it, too much MR. Let's use the sack. And let's order them to attack, and... okay, good. Excellent. So now, we can't get malmutated as long as stuff is in between us and the shining eye. And so we're going to just keep moving like that. And you notice we're not mutated at all. And we're just gonna, as best we can, we're going to rush. Not for time, I mean, but we're just going to try to get down to the 5th floor without too much slowdown. Or too much exploration. Wow, what am I doing? That wasn't the best. Okay, that's fine though. Even with our core, you can take quite a bit of damage from acid blobs. And they will do, like all acid sources, they will do more damage to you based on how many slots you don't have equipped. So if you're something like an octopode or a felid, be prepared to take a ton of extra damage from acid. Or if you're not filled out on slots. Oh, this is a little annoying. They didn't want to walk towards me, unfortunately. And now we've got... well, I'll go down. Oh no. Well, we got mutated. Not that big of a deal, though. -2 intelligence. As long as we're going up against things 1 or 2 at a time, it's not that big of a deal. And, if you remember, we do have vampiric, so that works against these things. They're living. So I think we're going to have a hard time dying in here, for the most part. Now here's a golden eye. We definitely want to swap on protection from magic. But even with the most MR we can stack on, we still have a 4% chance to fail, or 4% chance to get confused. And so, I mean, if you do the math on that, if you've got like 3 or 4 of those things doing that to you at the same time, mathematically it turns out that, you know, it's not great. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to buy this other Phantom Mirror. Let's go do that. Because what we're going to do, we're going to double Phantom Mirror TRJ, and he'll die. Again, especially in slime pits, but pretty much anywhere, if you can fight near a staircase or on a staircase, you probably want to do so. And the reason should be pretty obvious from watching me play. Going up the stairs when you're fighting lets you, of course, split up enemies. Alright, here we go. I don't want to... Oh man, I'm going to have to swap on protection from magic so that I don't get paralyzed, or hopefully I don't. Oh, and a golden eye? Well, that's annoying. Okay, this is okay. I really wanted to kill that, okay, this is okay. I wanted to kill the disintegration, or the, Great Orb of Eyes, or whatever it's called. And that's because even with all my MR, it can paralyze. It has, like, disintegration, it has paralyze, it has, I don't know, confuse, probably. Actually, we can look at that real fast. A Great Orb. Yeah, paralyze, drain magic, disintegrate, and confuse. Okay, we have a ghost here. He's just a warrior ghost. Damage and big defense. And he's happily going to stand next to the walls. Even though he's resistant to acid, he'll still take damage from it, and so he's going to get burned every single turn. I do see that shining eye coming up. Unfortunately, there's not much we can really do to it from far away at this point. Okay, now we're going to start swinging on it. Okay, good. Got it without suffering any more mutations. Okay. Put the Ring of Ice back on. We're just looking for another downstairs, and we found it. And for the most part, we just want to dance around down here, taking out as much as we can until we get a chance to fight TRJ all alone. And here I'm going to demonstrate the melee strategy for killing TRJ, ideally without dying to a titanic slime. Jeez. Paralyze? Yes. Notice we only got 7 gold for killing that big titanic slime, so has nothing to do with how strong the monster is, everything to do with size, I believe. But yeah, I forget. I think I killed TRJ before in my speed run, and I probably just berserked it or something. I don't really remember. Use summons or something. But now we're going to do it a little more slowly, and I can talk through the strategy a little more. I'm sure that it was nothing if not rushed in the maybe speed run. But we have really good defenses here, which is nice. Whoop, confused. Didn't pop on the protection from magic like we should have. I'm gonna see if we can take these out without wasting any potions of curing. Of course, if anything else had been around, I would have used the potion of curing. Okay, good. We still have pro magic on. Oh, TRJ. This is interesting. I don't like it. Let's see. I'll teleport. Whoops. Walking around too fast, and here I am getting malmutated with one of the worst ones possible, which is frail. However, that's probably the last shining I will see, so let's go ahead and drink down this potion of mutation. Clarity. Okay, that's good. Unfortunately, we get the stat damage, deterioration, or whatever you want to call it. What's the technical name? Yeah, deterioration 1. It's not so bad. Okay, let's just stand here and shout a bit. Okay, here he is. Good. So we quaff haste, we quaff agility. We'll get might as well. Yeah, might. Do we want resistance? I don't think we strictly need it. Oh, is that a manual of polearms? Wow. I guess we'll start training something else and get a little bit of a bonus for the last few points. Anyway, yeah, let's just walk backwards a little bit. Okay. Now we're in a position where it's a little harder for him to spawn 4 million things. Let me think about this. Yeah, I'll blow resistance. And the reason for that... whoops. The reason for that is that he's eventually going to spawn the blue guys, the Azures, and it would be nice to have a little more cold resistance. And that's pretty much it. So, time to fight. Phantom Mirror, Phantom Mirror. Now we've got 2 of our own Royal Jelly. We've got this Royal Jelly. He can't run away now. This is the most important thing. I don't care if he spawns a few buddies now. I just don't want him to be able to get away from me. So we're just going to swing. We're going to do so much damage to him that he spawns a big pile of enemies. That's okay. Swing again, swing again, swing again, and swing one more time. And he's dead. Look at that. These Royal Jelly Phantoms do quite a bit of damage too, so we'll just let them help us mop up. Something I noticed in a previous video is that there's now a little symbol for if something is covered in acid, which is like an AC debuff. It's that. If you can see, it's this little, it's hard to see on TRJ, but it's like a little yellow line. So let's just kill what we can here. Hopefully all of it. It's not so bad. With only 4 corrosion, we take out everything. Of course, hasted, mighted, and agility. It's not a lot that can stand up to us, yeah? Lucky find with that manual of polearms, we now have a +8 apt, which is ludicrous. Of course, we probably won't get the full book out of it. Found a Ring of Slaying, +3. And the Captain's Cutlass. Captain's Cutlass is very good. It has the unique disarm ability, so when it attacks someone when you attack someone with it and they're holding a weapon, it can take the weapon out of their hands. Unfortunately, I found it a bit late, so I'm probably not going to use that. But I will take this feel. I will take this phantom mirror. Take these scrolls of identify. I'll take the lightning rod with the understanding that I'll probably be dropping it for inventory space soon enough. I'll take this lamp of fire. Oh, very good. Now this is what I would call a treasure trove. We've found quite a lot of things here. I'll drop this enchant armor. Another ring of slaying. Only +1 though, so we drop that. Found some unique gloves or artifact gloves. Wear those, and we find that 32 AC, 20 EV, 32 AC, 18 EV. Well, it nukes my stats a bit. But with the Arlec and the tremendous negative resistance, I think we can take it. Yeah, I think we'll wear that, just because having Arlec will be nice in Zot, for instance. In general, I'll trade like a point or two of AC or EV for a resistance, at least at this point in the game. Is that optimal? Maybe not. Oh, we have the... That's a very interesting... That is a very interesting armor we found here. So 32 AC, 18 EV, or 29 AC, 20 EV, swapping off of our chainmail here. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'll take a little bit of an AC penalty, but we're wearing this very interesting... This is actually a fixed art, right? This is not random. We get a cold resistance out of it, and healing from potions is now doubled. That's pretty cool. It's kind of a very unique... It's a very unique effect. And I'm going to wear it mostly because I don't want -3 slay anymore. And with this +7 mail coat, which I think counts as... not sure what that counts as. Maybe a ring mail? But the encumbrance rating is 5 less. And so it may give a little bit less AC, but it gives us more EV. And we get a resist out of it. I think it's worth it. Plus, RN Plus and R Core, well, we're maxed out on both already without that armor. So I think that while it was useful, that Chainmail's day has come to an end. And now we've got this crazy amount of extra slaying, 8, with no penalty from the armor. Of course, we'll still swap on rings and whatnot as appropriate. Yeah, okay. So I think we're done in slime. Just gonna make sure we picked up everything. And before I end the video, I'll tell you what I would like to see. I would like to see what that treasure trove is. And I would consider this part of doing slime, since this trove is asking for the slime rune. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's just pretty much drop... Let's just drop all this stuff. All of our potions, some of our scrolls. And the reason is, we're just going to go in, and we're going to grab, apparently, what is a large number of rings. And then we're going to bail. And we'll leave behind the ones that we don't need, that we already have. Okay. we'll identify some of the artifacts. I see a couple I don't want already. I see a ring of magical power I don't want. Watch us find absolutely 0 things. I mean, that's definitely a thing that can happen. You walk into a trove, you think it's going to be awesome, and you get nothing that you want. Wow, that's bizarre. What are the chances that all 3 artifact rings that would spawn would be fire? It's just like a ring of fire. It gives you 1 pip of fire resistance and 1 pip of negative cold resistance. Yeah, well, that happened. Yeah, nothing of value. So we'll just pick up all of our loot here again. What a shame. It's a bit of a shame, but you can't complain in a free trove like that where you don't even have to give anything up. Just gotta find the rune. Okay, so we're level 21. I'm gonna do one more thing, actually. As you can see, I have a little note to myself. I don't know if you saw the video where I found it or not, but I found this goofy little transporter vault. And generally, I hate these things. But now that we're just sorely over-leveled... How are you supposed to get out of this? Oh, it's bottom left, okay. Something invisible as well. Okay. Anyway, we have 3 pips of negative resistance. I think we're okay. I mean, they're gonna have a hard time agonying us anyway. Okay, and we found basically nothing. We'll wear this amulet, I guess. It's not something we really want to wear. Guardian Spirit is just too good. Yeah, nothing terribly important here. I'm not sure why anybody would do this vault before they're so overpowered that it's just not a big deal to go into it. Okay. That pretty much does it. So at this point we have 3 runes. That's enough to go into Zot. If we wanted to, we could go straight to Zot right now. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do vaults as well. Because it's an excellent place to just demonstrate how good Bribe is. So we'll go through, in the next video, we'll go through vaults 1 through 4. And then what we'll do is we'll bribe vaults 5. And then you'll see just how awesome it is. And hopefully that'll give us a chance to get a little bit more in the way of resistances. But we're doing pretty awesome on that, really. I just want to have some fire resist. Of course, I could just pop on the Ring of Pro Fire, and we'd be fine. I will drop this Ring of Pro Ice, or rather this Ring of Ice, since my armor now protects me from cold. Yeah, this is... Overall, this is a very good loot game. Yep, okay, so that'll be it. And I'll just stop the video here.